Xur is here, and I believe the stats for the armor are bugged. Once again, we're going to go through his entire inventory from start to finish. So here we go. First up, we have the Lord of Wolves. This is a personal favorite exotic of mine. If you remember back in the day, 1v3, if they teabag, release the wolves. However, this thing has been nerfed into the ground. Bungie hates this thing being meta in Crucible, but it is actually decent in PvE if you want to use your exotic on a shotgun in PvE. It's not too bad. Then we have the Lucky Raspberry, which is a mid exotic for Arc Hunters. However, I will say this roll is so good. I'm going to buy this. I know it's going to collect dust. Laugh at me now, but eventually one day when Lucky Raspberry is good, I'm going to whip this 68 stat roll out of the vault, dust this bad boy off, masterwork it, and I'll be throwing arc bolts like crazy, chaining everything. Next up, we have the Crest of Alpha Loopy. This is an exotic that often does get some use because you can swap to it, pop your bubble, make an extra orb. But other than that, I don't really see anyone ever using this thing, so you can snag that if you want. The roll's not the worst, the worst roll ever, rather. I was going to say ever, but it's not the worst roll ever, with 21 intellect, 17 resilience. Next up, we have Geo Mags with 22 mobility. I have no clue why you'd want a Geo Mag with 22 mobility, but it's there for you. I would say probably pass on that. Then we have the Firefight. Now, most of you have probably crafted this weapon, so if you, or you have the ability to craft this weapon if you played at all during the Witch Queen, but this roll has Fragile Focus and Surrounded, so I'd pass on that roll. The Death Adder is a hard pass with Feeding Frenzy and Quick Draw. Nicholas SMG V3 has Killing Wind, tap the trigger. Hopefully you crafted that. If you didn't, this is not a half bad roll for PvP, I guess, but it's not the god roll. Then we have a Judgment of Kelgroth. This is so good with close to melee. You should definitely grab this, especially they just re-enabled the new exotic heavy glaive, the Winter Bite, and if you get close to melee kill on this, you can keep re-proccing it because the Winter Bite is coded to be an energy glaive. So basically you can do really good Winter Bite damage by having this. I've had a bunch of people ask them to join up with Winter Bite to stab some bosses and they didn't have this, so make sure you grab this. Make sure you just hang on to one close to melee glaive in your vault. And then we have the Deafening Whisper, which could have had a really cool roll. Unfortunately, this one's Killing Wind Threat Detector, so we'll pass on that. We have the Blast Batu with Threat Detector Wellspring. We're also going to pass on that. We have the Crown Splitter, which is a really fun sword. However, this roll's got Thresh and Whirlwind, so we're definitely going to pass on that. The armor seems to be bugged, but it is this really cool Pathfinder set that I know a lot of people like. It does look very spiffy on certain classes, so maybe you want to collect that for your Transmog. And it has 52 stats, 53, 58, and 51, so definitely do not wear that stuff. Transmog, if anything. And we got a Hawkmoon that's a near god roll. This does have heavy grip, which decreases the handling, so I don't particularly like that grip. And Airhead Break can be good. I wouldn't say it's the best barrel though, but Rangefinder is definitely the go-to perk on this. So definitely a solid Hawkmoon. I want to snag that. We have the DMT with Outlaw, so we're going to pass on this. And then we'll go through the armor for the other classes for the Hunter and Warlock. So here we go. For the Hunter here, we've got the same gauntlets, but we got 56, 53, 54, and 53. So you definitely don't want to grab that unless you just want the aesthetic of it. And then we have for the Warlock, 52, 53, 51, and 52. So all terrible stats. But again, if you are looking for that rare set, then go ahead and snag that. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Let me know what you'll be grabbing from Xur down in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Later.